Chapter 6, Tokens and Digital Economies. Section 3, Tokenomics. Tokenomics is the economic design of a digital token. The rules for how tokens are created, who receives them, what they're used for, and when they might be removed from circulation. That matters because those rules shape incentives, influence behavior, and affect whether the network stays healthy over time. In many blockchain systems, those rules aren't just ideas on paper. They're built directly into code and enforced on-chain. Tokenomics becomes much easier to understand when you ask three simple questions: who gets the tokens, how they move through the system, and why anyone would want to hold or use them. Those answers shape the token's supply and demand, which is what ultimately influences how the whole economy functions. Tokenomics usually comes down to four building blocks: supply, utility, incentives, and governance. Supply affects scarcity through issuance, burns, and lockups. Utility gives people a reason to hold or use the token for things like fees, access, collateral, or discounts. Incentives reward behaviors the network wants more of, and governance gives participants a say in decisions and upgrades. The strongest designs tend to combine all four, because each one shapes participant choices in a different. Token value comes from the balance between supply and demand. If more tokens keep being issued, value can get diluted, and scarcity by itself does not help much if the token has little real use. The stronger foundation is meaningful utility paired with controlled supply, because that balance is what makes a token economy more sustainable. Tokenomics is usually designed in a sequence. Start by defining what the token is actually for, then set the supply and distribution rules that shape how it enters the market. From there, projects add incentives for helpful behavior, build real utility that creates reasons to hold or use the token, and include governance, so the community can help guide decisions. And because real networks change over time, teams often keep monitoring results after launch and revise the model as they learn. Stronger token design is really about alignment. People should do well when they help the network become more useful, secure, and durable over time. That means rewards encourage real activity. Utility is tied to genuine needs like fees or access. Token emissions avoid creating nonstop sell pressure, and governance stays broad rather than concentrated. Weak designs often lean on hype or unsustainably high rewards, but stronger ones connect incentives to long-term network health. Streamchain makes tokenomics concrete. Viewers create demand by spending STRM for premium content, while creators earn STRM as they keep people watching. Because the supply is fixed at 100 million and stakers can share fees and help govern the system, the economy has built-in incentives on both sides. The quarterly burn adds one more control by permanently removing 10% of content spending, which can help support scarcity over time. Quarterly burns can reduce the number of tokens in circulation, and that can help support value. But the real driver is usage. If the platform keeps attracting activity, burns stay meaningful. If usage falls, demand weakens and fewer tokens get burned. Utility is what gives those supply controls lasting power. Poor tokenomics usually breaks in familiar ways. Too many new tokens can dilute value. Weak utility may fail to create real demand, and concentrated ownership can skew both price and governance. Token velocity simply means people receive tokens and quickly sell or spend them, which can add steady sell pressure. And even a thoughtful design can still be tested by outside forces, like weak market conditions or changing regulation. A simple test for tokenomics is to ask whether the token has durable reasons to be used, held, and supported even after the excitement fades. Look for real utility. Incentives that still make sense over time, supply growth and distribution that stay manageable, and governance that is not too concentrated. If those pieces are in place, the design is more likely to support steady participation instead of depending on hype alone.